Hey, happy Sunday, people. Welcome to my YouTube channel again, known as The Agenda. So, on the agenda today, what we're going to be discussing. Now, before we go on to discuss anything, but I'll just plead with you, as my friends and viewers or wherever you are, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Agenda. Just subscribe. Today is Sunday, so I would like to talk on a broader religious topic that has been bothering a lot of people, and also me. It's bothering me in the sense that people cannot grab this concept. And on the religious discussion today on the agenda, which has another agenda, it's all about Satan. Satan. What is Satan? Many religion has several names. Satan, devil, demon. A lot of names have been attributed to Satan. And and in the scriptures, in the holy scriptures, we are meant to understand that Satan is the cause of a lot of things. Now, I told you one of the reasons I'm doing these videos from my YouTube channel is to try to enlighten certain people, because I also have a spiritual knowledge about certain things, and some of my friends are aware. I'm also a spiritual student in EK and EK, region of part of spiritual freedom. Now, I'm not going to come here to tell you how I understand, because our part is more like a school when we are taught about how to live. I want to talk about spiritual. When I say something, I tell people I'm spiritually awakened. Some people think I'm doing ritual or something. I'm just talking about the invisible laws, the other side of life that govern this other side. Now, having said that, now let me talk more now on the main agenda today, which has to do with Satan. What is Satan? Satan, from what we understand from majority of people of the Christian background, so we understand Satan was once a worker for God and all that, blah, blah, blah. You all are familiar with that concept, right? Now, for my own personal understanding and how I think what Satan is. Now, Satan is like the negative force put in motion. Remember, before I expatiate more on the concept of Satan, I'd like to draw certain foundation here for us to get something to understand. We human beings, we are in the lower universe, and Earth is part of the universe in this lower side. And this lower universe is known as the world of duality. What I mean the world of duality. Duality simply means something existing with its relative opposite. Anything that has to exist here has an opposite of it. So I have to lay this foundation before I talk more about Satan, the concept of Satan, because a lot of you know about the secondary side of Satan. Yeah, Satan is responsible for your lost one. Satan is responsible for your hardship you go through. Satan is responsible for anything. A lot of people attribute a lot of things to Satan, but they don't understand the primary aspect of Satan. I want to talk about the devil or the demon, or what you talk about. Now, part of the foundation I'm laying before I start my main discussion is for you to understand certain things, the primary aspect of Satan. And for you to understand the primary aspect of Satan or devil, you must also understand the lower universe, the part I'm going about now, the lower universe, talking about the earth and the world of duality. In this world of duality, we have opposite of everything. Man, we got woman. Girl, we got boy. Good, we have bad. Day, we have night. You understand? You cannot get day without night. Without night, you cannot get the daylight, like light and darkness. Without light, there will be no darkness, and without darkness, there will be no light. All these things are part of the phenomenon of the lower universe, that things relate in opposite direction. Being a technical expert now in the electrical field, now you have the positive line and you have the negative line. Now, the circuit will not complete if one of these components is not there, like components in this components like the neutral, which is known as the negative. Now, why am I bringing all these preambles, try to say a lot of all these things? It's basically to make you understand the function of Satan. That thing as Satan, he has a role, or that being, that force, that energy. You understand? Good and evil. Without good, there will be no evil, and without the evil, there will be no good. So you might understand it's looking paradoxical in nature, but it's something with it's kind of funny here. With common sense, you grasp the concept. when you grab that concept, I'm getting a lot of feedback here from brain, but that's part of the negative vibes we're talking about now. Now let me not lose focus on track on what I'm talking about, the topic here on the agenda today, which has to do with Satan. It's a very broad topic. I'm trying to pin it part by part so you understand the concept. And so when I see people, I tell you, one of the reasons I do these videos is to try to enlighten people. It's just like I see my fans, so I see my friends as part of me. So if I am enlightening to a certain point, they too they should be enlightened to a certain point. To get they too they should be enlightened to a certain point. It's raining over here, I'm outdoors, so I'm trying to dodge the rains, but it's part of the phenomenon of the lower universe. You know, rain has to be there. If there's no rain, there will be no sun. And remember, the rain brings help our agricultural product to grow now, to get agriculture now, where we source our food from. It's been disturbing me to talk about Satan because why am I talking about Satan today? A lot of people go to church and we're told it's fine. What they tell us in the church, you can believe it. You choose to believe it. That's cool. I've been there to have believed it. But the main agenda of today's topic, which I titled Satan, is that for us to understand, to manage our life in a way that we don't get too emotional or too stressed up, fighting something that is part of life. And some people wonder, am I talking nonsense? No, I'm not saying nonsense. It's just like I gave you the analogy of positive and negative. Without the negative element, the circuit will not be complete. When you talk about the electrical field now, talking about energy now. So when you understand that concept, it's very hard, but I'm just trying to put it the way you understand, trying to take you from the known to the unknown. It's very hard, but I'll try my best. And this is my own perception or my own view about this Satan concept. I see a lot of people go to church, casting and binding. When I was a Christian, I do ask myself, every day we come in church service, we bind, take hours, take time, binding and casting Satan. And this Satan, sometimes I sit back in the midst of those prayers, I'm like, is it that the Satan is more powerful than God? Why is he not dying? Every time we keep casting it. Some people tell you, I'm waiting for the last day when he will be sent to hellfire, you know, and all of that. But I keep asking myself sensitive questions. But it got to a point when I became spiritual, I don't understand. When I enrolled for a spiritual school, I don't understand the true meaning of that concept of Satan. Since we're in the lower universe, everything were work in a relative position, opposite, you know, we have good and evil. So now, so okay, then I now understood the real meaning of Satan. Why Satan is in existence. Satan has been in existence from the creation of the lower universe, and Satan has a role. He has a role. It serves a role, and let me not try to put it in a gender. And that role, that Satan concept is I'm gonna do a part 2 of this now because the weather is not really friendly. I don't know whether it's Satan or demon is trying to. Anyway, give me a try. I cannot really do this video now. I'm having some challenges now, but I feel like I'm holding my phone literally, and rain is also touching it, and as you can see, rain is drizzling seriously. But I think I'll try my best. I'll just give it a straight up. Now I'll just make it straight for you now. Do not fight the negative energy, because to me it's like waste of time. It is in all of us. We have these good thoughts, we have these bad thoughts within us, and whenever we take decision, you have this two-way thing. Is it I want to take, and most time when you take an evil decision, something that will harm other people, that is a certain aspect that I think I know you'll be wondering, say, what's this guy saying? We have demons, we have all these things. That's true, they are in existence, but they are there for a purpose. If those things are not in existence, the life cycle will not complete. You understand? So I'm gonna do a part 2 of this talk. And the part 2 of this talk, I really come up with certain illustration to demonstrate more about this energy, these negative parts in us that we call Satan, that we are really die now. A lot of people, out of ignorance, like say spiritual ignorance or physical ignorance, tend to spend hours fighting that part, that negative part of themselves. You know, that is known as Satan, or some call it Satan, the devil, or what. So I said, let me just drop this. Let me not take your much of your time. It's not an ending thing. I'll still talk on this topic again and elaborate more on it too. But just know that without darkness there will be no light. So without the Satan self, you cannot even come this side to say you want to talk about God. So when you begin to have that how will I put it, that mental picture or that understanding in your subconscious mind, or begin to work with that understanding, you now know why things happen. I'll talk about the secondary aspect. This part now I'm talking about is more of the primary aspect, and it might not really make sense to some of you, but some of you will know. Thank you very much.